Should you eat carbohydrates, yes or no? That's a question we always ask ourselves, especially when we don't move much or are not really active and we want to lose some weight. Yes, in a way it makes sense, but on the other side, you have to see the carbohydrates are very important and an energy source for your body, not just for your body, but also for your brain. This can be signs of a calorie deficit, for example. And now it's not really about the carbohydrates, it's more about the calories overall. If I eat too much calories, I gain. If I don't eat enough calories or less calories, I will lose. But also, when it comes to not eating much, you have to understand that your metabolism is adapting to the calorie intake. So if you're not eating enough and you're over a deficit already, your body will break down also protein to use that energy. And where does it get the protein? From your muscles. So if you see that the calories you get from a protein shake or from noodles, for example, they have the same amount of calories. Fat has 9 calories. So this is always more than protein or carbs, who just have 4 calories per gram. So now it makes sense to say, hey, let's get some carbs in for some energy, which is less calories than fat, and may reduce my fat intake so I can have more energy through my carbs. But especially too when you want to work out after your job is done, and maybe you feel mentally drained, but then to have a small snack what gives you some energy or fuel for your workout is always very, very beneficial. And when you move more weight in the gym, you will automatically burn more energy because you use more strength. And where it's coming from? From your carbs. So the first thing, what is always important to know is how much calories you even need to eat. And most of the people are surprised of how much calories they have to eat. And once they have the plate full of food, I did not know that I have to eat that much. And suddenly the weight is going down, they feel better, they feel more motivated and more fit. And most of my clients were surprisingly about telling them to eat this much amount of calories, and they started losing weight and feeling more fit and had more energy, didn't feel that drained, and all that just because of an increase of calories. And yes, of course, there are some cases where other things are a reason for, can be hormones and so on and so on, but we always start first with the food. And that's the easiest way to find out what's going on. And secondary would be always a blood test, for example, to go a little bit deeper to find out, okay, what is missing, what is out of balance, right? But again, those are things who come just much more later on. It depends on where you are right now and what have you tried. So now you can see that carbohydrates are not bad and it's just a myth, and nobody should believe to not eat carbohydrates and be more receptive and open to eat them. The question is just which carbohydrates. I would go back to whole grains, oatmeal, I would eat brown rice, quinoa, and fruits. Anything what also has a low glycemic index. So if you look up food with a low glycemic index, this will give you a good idea of which carbs are really good and more complex and not just like very quick available, but will influence your insulin and cause also a blood sugar imbalance in your body. So you want to keep it very consistent. So please let me know if this has helped you, because the more I know and have feedback, I can give more information about important things, to clarify things and help you more to understand and thrive. See you next time.